Today our topic is on managing life in general, balancing the average demands of life for a mom, young mom, a successful mom, someone that I actually feel is a great inspiration. And she's going to share our story. Her name is Rolanda, and give us an idea as to what it's like to be you in the course of the week.
Whew, where do I start? um, so typically, the normal typical day for me starts at around 4 a.m.
Wow.
Um, we have to start at 4 a.m. because that's the time I typically get up and pray.
Okay, nice.
So I get up and pray, have time with God, and typically the youngest, she's 9 months old. She gets up right when I get up. So typically, I'm trying to spend quality time with God, but she's also there trying to nurse at the same time. And I have to kind of set everything in kind of like increments of 30 minutes. And I have alarm set every 30 minutes, so it gets me on track on what I'm supposed to be doing next. From
That's good
there,
time management.
I try. Wasn't always like that. It wasn't always like that. But from there, I typically get up, get myself cleaned up, get the kids cleaned up. Breakfast is done. Because I set everything out on the weekends, I'm just pulling things out. I do a lot of prep the night before. I head out around like 6 o'clock, 6:30, and I drop the kids off, and then I head to class. So I'm in class, and we're in lecture from 8 to about 3. We get out. I go get my oldest, get the younger ones. We go home, and it's like you basically get everybody ready for bed. I prep cook on the weekends, so I'm warming things up, and then I have a little bit of time to study before we're going right back to bed. So
So
that's
let me
typical.
clarify. Uh, you are in nursing school,
I am.
and although you have the kids, you still find the energy. I believe that when you and I spoke prior, you mentioned that you had a bachelor's.
I do have a bachelor's degree.
So you're not new to this rodeo,
Mm-mm.
but I just think that it's unbelievable. It's rather amazing that you can line it up the way that you do. So you're basically on a roll. So when you start, um, when you drop the kids off and you're on your way to class, nursing school,
Yes, ma'am.
what is your frame of mind? Because I know for a lot of moms, it really depends on who the children are with
Mm-hmm.
and what else is going on. So how does that unfold for you?
So for me, the way it unfolds is, um, it all comes down to my foundation with Christ. Because there are a lot of times, like my kids go to daycare, my oldest goes to Christian school, where
Oh,
I kind of
nice.
felt a little uneasy about dropping my kids off. And I feel like even you can be the most careful mom, but there are times where you're not sure, and it can lead you in kind of a panic in a way. But me trusting in God allows me to trust the people that are in my kids are in their care. It allows me to
Yes.
trust them, and it makes me realize that even though I try to protect them, that He is the one that's protecting them, even when they're with me. Things can
Yeah.
happen.
That is a very
So
good point. Very good point. Because I think there is a lot of us that, as a mother, you're just about the protection. And in Christ, you might forget for a minute
yeah,
that He's got them. Sometimes we miss that piece.
yeah, we do.
So I think that's really good, on your part to actually recognize, oh, I can take some of the pressure off because I know that He's got them,
Yes, ma'am.
So
For sure.
nice. So how do you get through the week? I mean, when Friday comes, is it one of those things where, oh, thank God it's Friday?
It is. It is because, as I get more into the program, the demands are starting to kind of pile up a little bit more. And typically for us, we have a 3-day lectures, 3 days for lectures, and then 2 days are for clinicals. So clinicals has been an adjustment for me because it's almost as if I'm working an 8-hour shift. Um, and I'm in a learning environment in a way. So I'm really, volunteering, but I feel like I don't see this. I'm not getting paid. I feel like I'm there for ministry because I'm ministering to people by
That's your
showing love.
assignment,
Yeah,
huh?
it's my assignment.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty worn down
Mm-hmm.
after I leave. It
It's
takes a lot out of
draining.
me. Yeah.
Yes.
And then when I get home, it's just like everything's in relaxed mode, or I
Mm-hmm.
try to be, because I have to kind of set certain days that I do some cleaning so I keep up everything. But it is demanding, and it's a lot. It requires you have to take some rest.
So that's a perfect way to segue into what I was going to ask you. How would you inspire someone else that is in your age group to really find that time to put it all in perspective and try to balance it?
Um, I'm gonna go back to when we had Dr. Willie had a sermon about a month ago, and he was talking about how balance is important.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so when he had that sermon, I felt like he was personally speaking to me, because I felt like there was something that I was lacking. And I feel like not having balance, you're more stressed, you're more irritated. I don't think that you get to hear from God the way you need to, because everything is just rushed. Nothing is
Right.
set aside as it needs to be.
There's no
And
time to listen if you're
it's not.
on the go all
And you
the
can't
time.
even have time with Him if you don't have a balance.
Yes.
Because a lot of times we get busy with life.
Yeah.
So I would encourage anybody, it's important to have that time with Him first and foremost. You'll notice the difference when you start your day without Him, and when you do.
Of course.
It makes a huge difference. So if you can start out your time seeking His face in the morning, your day will go smoother, because it's just as simply as saying, Lord, order my steps.
Yes.
Because that makes a huge, He'll order where you need to be.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a lot of the guesswork off of you when you're trying to figure out, where am I supposed to be right now?
Mm-hmm.
He'll lead you.
Yes. Yes. So basically, just asking to be led.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this pretty much wraps us up for today. I am looking forward to your graduation.
Yes, ma'am.
That is a celebration I definitely would love to be at, and we'll follow up at that time.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that's it for today, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.